So rumor has it that Star Wars The Last Jedi is the longest film in Star Wars history at 2 hours and 30 minutes or 150 minutes, however you want to do it. And I'm not understanding the hype around this. A lot of people were like, "Oh my god, I'm more hyped for this. This is amazing." Well, first of all, it's not officially confirmed by anyone other than I think it was like AMC that leaked it or something like that. But there's been reported leaks from it. It hasn't been confirmed by Disney or Lucasfilm or anything. So, like I've always said, if you don't hear it from the actual horse itself, do not take it seriously. Take it with a grain of salt. But let's say, for argument's sake, that it is true because this most likely could be true. Ryan Johnson is completely taking the Star Wars movie in a whole new direction. So making this the longest film would make sense considering the fact that it's not even having a gap between 7 and 8. It picks up right where it left off, which is unheard of for Star Wars. So this makes sense why it would be even more different in terms of length. But the problem I have with this is that everyone's getting all hyped up about it. I want you to recall the other longest film in Star Wars history, and it's 142 minutes, and it's Attack of the Clones. I personally think that is the worst Star Wars film of all time. The action in it is just crap, except for the one moment you actually get to see the clones actually attack. It's called Attack of the Clones. They don't attack for about 5 minutes. And then, you have shitty choreography when it's Yoda versus Count Dooku, and shitty dialogue, and a horrible love story, all that crap. So Attack of the Clones is obviously the worst Star Wars film of all time. In my personal opinion, I don't understand how anyone could even relatively enjoy that. As much as I love Ewan McGregor, his hairdo in that was god-awful. I mean, it was just a horrible, horrible film. But anyways, so people were really excited for this Last Jedi to be 2 hours and 30 minutes. And I understand, the longer the movie, the better. I remember kind of being excited or happy about the thought of Revenge of the Sith being like a 4-hour film. And, I mean, that's pretty badass. But, I mean, guys, come on. These movies can drag on, and that's why I don't like Attack of the Clones, is because I remember as a kid skipping through almost all the love scenes. And I'm not exaggerating. I mean, I literally, anytime there wasn't action, I would skip it. And granted, I was a kid, but I didn't really do that with a lot of the other movies. You want to know why? Because they were actually entertaining. So, just because it's longer does not mean good. It's not the whole quantity over quality. It is quality over quantity. So, I don't think we should be overly happy about this, because it needs to have quality to match the quantity, and if it doesn't do that, then we're sit there for 2.5 hours watching a film that might not be as good as we're all making it out to be already. So just kind of tread lightly with this, guys. I mean, be excited about this, but don't be too excited, and also take it with a grain of salt until you hear from Lucasfilm, until you hear from Disney, Kathleen Kennedy, Ryan Johnson. Until you hear from one of them that this is a 2-hour-and-a-half movie, then be happy about it. But, just sometimes just because a movie's long doesn't mean it's all that good. Titanic's a great movie, and it's like, I think we outsold it. I think it's the third highest growing film of all time. And yeah, it did amazing, but I don't like Titanic because it's 4 hours long. There are very few films that are that long that I actually enjoy. Schindler's List is good, but you can't, watching that in one sitting is fucking hard, man. There are some movies like that that are just completely hard to watch for that long, especially with humans nowadays. We're so used to having our phones in our hands and everything. So you're watching a movie and you check your phone and you go on Instagram, or at least I do, and you go on Twitter and you text your friends, you Snapchat people. So we do this a lot now. So the longer the film, the harder it is to actually focus in on attention. A lot of people have ADHD, where they can't focus all the time now. I mean, I haven't anymore, but I was dating a girl who had that problem where, we literally would be like, "Hey, you want to go see a movie?" She's like, "No, because I can't sit down and watch a movie that long." So I don't think that's going to be a huge problem with the Star Wars film, but I'm just saying, just because it's long does not make it good, and does not mean you should be more hyped for it. If anything, for me, it makes me more cautious of it, because now it's like, dude, if this movie sucks, I have to sit through this entire damn thing and try to act entertained and try to act, engaged. So that's my personal 2 cents on it. Comment your thoughts below. Do you think this will be a good thing if it's 2.5 hours long, or do you think it's going to be a bad thing? And are you even nervous for this? So comment your thoughts below about The Last Jedi. I'll see y'all next time. May the Force be with you, always.